Hi, this is a review for the Hootu 4-port charging station with OTG capability. It's model HTCT01. This is the box it comes in. It's a pretty nice box. Like the design of it. Inside the box you have a charging hub. The charging hub comes in this wax little wrapper, which makes it look pretty nice. You have a power cable, and then you have a little small OTG cable, not too long, USB. Say this is about a foot, and then of course you got the manual. Now this hub here is a 40-watt 7.8 amp charging station. So in other words, you can plug your devices into this hub here and it'll recharge your devices. I know a lot of products out there now, like speakers or keyboards, Bluetooth, phones and such. Some of these power banks, some of these devices don't come with wall charges. So you need to get something like this in order to charge all those devices, or else you gotta have a big enough surge protector to where you can plug all those adapters into it. I mean, with this, you just plug one end in, and then they have 4 charging ports. Now these have, you can see, 2 smart ports, 1 and 2. It's 2.4 amp max amperage for those 2 smart ports. If you plug in a phone like an iPhone 4S, which charges at 1 amp, it'll give a max output of 1 amp. If you're charging like a Samsung tablet, which charges at 2.4 amps, it'll charge that device at 2.4 amps, which is nice because you don't have extended charging times. It's the same amount of time it'll take to charge your device if you're using your OEM charger. Then you have an iPhone port. The iPhone port, it's given an output of 1 amp. Most iPhones, they charge at 1 amp, but you can use it for other devices too. And then you have the Android port, which charges at 2 amps. I mean, on this device you also have an OTG. The OTG port, one in the front and one in the back, it's not used for charging. It's used for data transfer for Android. So in other words, you can plug in like the flash drive on one side, and then you can plug in your device on the other side. You have to have an OTG compatible cable. But the thing is, it's not compatible with Apple iOS devices, and it's also not compatible with all Android devices. So it's an added benefit that you might or might not be using. The other thing is, when I've been testing this out, I had 4 devices plugged in. Didn't overcharge or anything of that sort, so that's or not overcharge, but I mean overheat, so that's good. Some of these devices, they tend to overheat when you plug a lot of devices into them, which can be a problem. This also has the built-in overcharge protection, surge protection, and short circuit protection, and then a 12-month warranty from Hootu. It's also 110-220 or 110-240, although on the back of it, it doesn't have the voltage specifications, which is kind of disappointing because you just got a regular cable which doesn't have any specifications on it either, so kind of have to remember. But when you plug it in and power it, the cable in the back, you do have a little blue LED that lights up here. You don't have any indicators for when your device is charging, so I'm going to plug this into the smart port. But and you can see it's currently charging. Well, you can't really see, but you hear it's currently charging. The nice thing about the smart port is you don't have to worry about what the input requirements for your device are. Like if you have Bluetooth speakers, which I have a lot of, or power banks, you can just plug it into the smart port and be done with it. I mean, you can plug your Samsung tablet, if you have that, into the iPhone port also. It'll just charge at an output of 1 amp versus 2.4 amps which the OEM charger puts out, so it'll just take a lot longer. So having the different ports is good. You have the option to try and match up your devices with what it actually charges with the OEM charger. Other than that, it's a nice device. I haven't had any issues with it. I would have preferred if it had 4 smart ports. Would have made life a little bit easier. Wouldn't have to worry about what I plug into. The OTG port is nice, but it's not a feature that would be useful to me. I haven't tested it out, so I think there's it's a little too much of a new feature to where it's not really straightforward on what devices would work with it. And then the other thing is it doesn't work with Apple devices. And I think I would have preferred if it had 5 ports instead of 4 ports and not had the OTG. But the OTG, I mean, it's something nice to have. Maybe in the future I'll have an Android device which needs that can use it. Other than that, it's a nice device. Right now it's about $18 as of August 2014, which is comparable to other USB wall chargers, 4 ports. I also was provided this as a sample for review, so I do need to disclose that. But other than that, no complaints with it. It's been working fine so far. It's a good device if you need something to charge all your USB powered devices. Thanks for watching my review. Have a good day.